Hey guys, welcome back. You guys know that I love the 48 Ford. Not my favorite car, however. A bunch of you guys did guess on the giveaway what my all-time favorite car was, and a bunch of you guys guessed 48 Ford Convertible. I do love this car, but I love it for sentimental reasons. And if you hadn't watched my videos very long, my dad built this kit when I was a kid, and I still have that car somewhere. I actually tore it down, was going to do some restoration on it, and I forgot all about it. I need to do that. I love this kit. I've got a bunch of them in these two variations. Just got this one from my friend Benny Johnson. BJ sent me a box of awesome model kits, and he sent me this one. So I want to talk about the different editions of the 48 Ford Convertible. I think that they're very nostalgic as far as they have a long history going back to like 1965 with IMC. Then the IMC molds were acquired, or something like that, at least by Testors. Testors went a long time producing them, and then Union, which is the very first Union kit. I believe my very first Union kit. I may have two, but I think this is my first Union kit. That was, again, just a company that reboxed other model kits. I always do this, and when I think something it'll hit me, I'm like, don't I have one of those? Anyway, regardless, I think I might have another Union, but if I don't, that's okay. So you've got a long span of time with this particular model kit, and it went through time. It's a very difficult kit to build. I built one, it turned out beautiful. I love it, but it was a horrible nightmare to build. But I want to do it again. And I think that learning from my mistakes, you can do better. So I just wanted to kind of show you the differences in the way things are boxed. There are some differences in the newer kits than the older kit. They did some changes with the grills and things like that. I may have to grab another one of these. This one is, this one was brand new. When I say brand new, it was still in the wrapper. Yes, IMC kits were in shrink wrap from the factory, and this kit was in the shrink wrap. I opened it up on camera, and it is pristine, beautiful shape, still in the box exactly the way it's supposed to be. I may have unboxed it, but I watched my video and was able to put it all back in. But just amazing. I think that they're cool. I really do. But my point was, I'm getting off track. Back in '65, they started this multi-piece body, very difficult to build, but they continued on. Let me see if there's a date on this. They continued on here with Union. It's got to be somewhere. This is a Japanese kit. Union is a Japanese company. The kit's not Japanese at all. Maybe I'm going to open this kit up. This is still in the plastic. I want to thank again Benny Johnson for this. It's too cool. But I just want to show you the differences, and I'm curious to see, because the box is small. You would never think that everything in here would fit in here, but this thing is one more brick of plastic. And you hear that? Hardly any noise. It is so full of plastic parts. We'll check it out. But yeah, that's what I want to do. All right, so again, I lost my train of thought. It's crazy that they would continue to produce something that was so difficult to build all the way up until probably the 90s, I'm thinking. But they're not the only ones that have done it, because Revell had they built several kits. They started off with multi-piece bodies. A lot of people used to not like Revell kits because they were very difficult to build, but they repopped that thing, and they've got it now as an Atlantis. Atlantis has repopped that Revell kit. I'm looking up here at it. It's the 57 Cadillac Eldorado Broham, and yeah, it's a repop kit. It's multi-piece body. It is a nightmare to build, and it doesn't even have an engine where this one does. But anyway, with all that being said, let me go ahead and de-plastic this one first. We won't open it yet, but I want to take the plastic off. This is too cool. One thing that I did notice is on the IMC kit, it's always your box art is the stock car. This is cool. On this end of the box, you get the back of the car, an advanced kit, not for beginners too, by the way. And on this side, as you see, like the back of the car, the side of the car, the front of the car. And I like the IMC box art the best. Look at that pretty lady driving it with her hat, scarf in the wind. And boy, would it be amazing to live back then and enjoy these cars if you could afford them. I may be in the class of people that couldn't afford one, still driving a Model T or something back in '48. Well, what I was going to say is that's all stock, the stock version. The Testors kit, and I think Testors had two different box arts. I think they had another box art too. I don't have that one, and maybe they didn't, but they have the original style convertible car, and this kit is from 1983. Wow, going way back, 1983 edition. But it was always the stock rendition of the car. And what caught my eye when I saw this Union kit is right on the cover, they've got the custom version. And they even tell you stock features, customized features, 427 engine, which is really cool because I actually built one of the engines that came in the kit and made this little, you go back and check that video out. But I built this little 427. That is the kit engine for one of these out of the 65 edition. You wouldn't even know that that was in there, but when those are the original rims for that kit. For the customized, you can see the wheels there. That's the same wheels. And I incorporated the grill, which I cut it down. But yeah, that's the little 427 engine and transmission and all that comes with it. Thought that was a cool little thing to build. But it tells you all that stuff here. But on these others, or at least this one, it says stock convertible top, hinge opening. Okay, it does actually say customizing options. So I take that back. I didn't know it said it, but it doesn't give any hints to it as far as the car. So you have the pictures of it with the 427 down in it. The short, I know it has a name. Let's see, does it even say it? Has a shorter roof. It actually has a shorter convertible roof that goes on the shorter windshield. But all these parts are also in this one and this one. So, okay, back to it, Matthew. Open the thing up. Oh, I thought this box opened from the end. It's a regular box, okay. I don't know anything about Union. All I know is they rebox other people's stuff. They may have built kits. I don't know. And I'm really curious to know the date of this. Doesn't that sound good? Oh yeah. This also says this is an advanced kit, not for beginners. You got that right. You have got that right. That is very advanced. All right, so to start with, let's take the top off of, I might go get a different one because this one is, like I say, it's nice and neat, just as if you had opened it when it was brand new. Let me do that. I don't want to disturb the contents of this one. So I'll go grab another one that's already been opened. Okay, so here's a different one that's already been opened before. I can tell the parts are not exactly like they were supposed to be, so that's okay. Get the top off this thing. That's a tight fitting box. There's one way to tell if this is around 1965 or if it's around 1970. I'll show you that. In some of the kits, it would have something about the moon landing, and some of the kits it would have this. And I don't want to get too far off topic, but this is the 1965 Sebring 12-hour Grand Prix. That's a poster that you could buy. So this gives you a way to date this one. So this would be a 1965 kit. There are some that then have the Apollo lander instead of that. It's something that you could purchase, and that is one way to tell if your IMC kit is original or earlier in the 60s or later in the 60s, closer to 1970. So this is somewhat how it would be packaged. Packed tightly in a box, tons of parts. Really a cool kit. They are really neat. They came with slicks for the, I guess if you wanted pie crust slicks, if you wanted to build that version there, but I don't know why you would have slicks on a street car. But anyway, it did. It had slicks and it had the regular tires. They had a really nice chrome tree. Those wheels were very nice. I did dechrome the ones that I built for my engine, but you know, I just like to do that. There's your 427 valve covers and all of your chrome parts there. There's that grill that I cut down for my little engine stand, so you can see how much I cut off of it. But yeah, but that's how this one was packaged. There are parts that are off the tree, and I've got them in bags, or someone did. Whoever got this kit from, I might have bought it. Someone may have gifted it to me. But there's that. Very cool. Oops, there went the tires. So anyway, there's a difference though on the grill, and I'll get into that in a second. All right, so that is the IMC. Let me pick this up before I forget. So that's the IMC. And then I'm curious to see how this one's packaged. I've never seen one. In your Testors, which were the most awkward sized boxes. They were very flimsy. They took up way too much space. But this is how they packaged them back in the 80s. The instructions are nowhere near the same. The instructions for the IMC are very classic and cool. They had a little, it's kind of like treasure map kind of material, you know. It's very cool though. They had colors. Awesome. Look at that stuff. Wouldn't you love to have some of those classic kits? I've actually got that one and that one and that one. So I don't have that one and that one. I almost got a little red wagon recently, but I didn't. You know, Lindbergh also took these kits and reboxed a lot of those, but not the 48 Ford. So there's those instructions. Too cool. Look at that race car down there. Isn't that cool? Boy, how gaudy. Oh man. All right, so then you get into the 1980s. So we're coming from the mid 60s, 80s, 1983. Yeah, I don't think it may be. It does look like they did use the same pictures, but it just doesn't look as nice. So there's your engine for that, and then there's the engine. It does look like they possibly used the same art, but like I say, I prefer the IMC instructions. But that's the Testors. They were just multi-piece instructions that would fall apart and you'd have to hunt them. But yeah, there's that. And then getting into the kit, obviously the chrome. This has never been opened. We can compare just to see what the difference in the molds would be. I don't know if they had multiple molds, they had one mold, if everything came from that one mold. But let's see the quality difference from IMC to Testors. If I could get that tape off of here, reattach itself. So Testors, IMC. Let's turn this over. See if I can tell any difference. There is a difference in the chrome. You can't tell on camera, I don't believe. But there is a difference in the chrome. The IMC chrome is more shiny by far. If you can tell by those valve covers. You see the back ones are IMC and the front ones here are Testors. They are not as shiny. It's more of a flat. Okay, here look at the hubcaps. Shining through, the ones in the back are the IMC, the front ones are the Testors. I don't think you can tell much, but I can. So the chrome is definitely more vivid and shiny. Really nice chrome on the IMC. Not quite so nice on the Testors. Then you get into, let's see if this, yeah, so there is a difference. I noticed when I was building my 48. And I bought several lots, L-O-T-S, of course that's how you spell lots, but of 48 Ford parts, just parts after part, because I was like, you can't have too many for this thing. And so when I got those parts, I was noticing that there was a difference in the body, the grill area specifically. And I'll show you what that is after I come back, because I got to sneeze. All right, sorry you missed that. So we got an early edition of this on the left over here from IMC. And we have a later edition of this from Testors. Now, the IMC obviously didn't come with this large tree. Everything was, not everything, but some of the parts were de-treed already. Now you can see where the trees were hooked on the IMC, but they were from the factory taken off of the tree. Okay, you see this spot right there? It's the exact same spot as it would be. So the trees would be original from IMC. But there's a difference in the newer model bodies and the older model bodies. And I'll see if you can notice, see if you notice what it is. It's kind of in the grill area. You see a difference already in the grill? Right above the grill where the ornament, the grill comes up. In the older edition, you've got that cutout section for the where the grill goes up. In the newer one, it's blocked off. Cut out, blocked off. Then let's see, that gave me some trouble. I can remember building it. I don't remember. I think, if I can recall, I started when I built my 48 Ford Convertible. I think I started with an IMC kit, but the body was damaged or warped beyond belief or something. So I got, because of all those parts that I acquired, I was able to, I had an extra body. So this part, the lower portion of the body. So I was like, well, I'll just use whatever. I didn't know how old it was or anything. It was just parts. It was just bags of parts. Some of them were 48 Ford coupes. Doesn't matter though, because all this portion is the same. But nevertheless, I started noticing that there was something different. And whenever so I think that's what it was. I ended up, I'm like, okay, the chrome doesn't fit right. Let's look at the chrome for the grill and see if there's a difference. I'm looking at the depth. It doesn't look like there's a difference. It looks like the chrome is still the same. But some reason or another, when you place this either on the front of the new one or the old one, I don't remember. There is a problem with it. And it's because these are different. If I can get it to focus, you'll also notice that the grill bars, if I could get it to focus, please, is that what I did another video ago? Good night. Okay, so if you'll notice those grill bars, oh man, they're very defined. You see the square edges, rectangle edges, they're very defined, very crisp. And then you have that cutout. You see that cutout, what I'm talking about right there? And then when you look at the newer ones, not so defined on the edges. They're almost a little round. And then no cutout at all. Actually, it looks like it sticks out. But yeah, and that gave me trouble. I don't know why there's that difference. Also, here's those two different roofs. This is the stock roof right here. I'm trying to see if this ain't, there we go. That's your stock roof. That's the one, which I don't even think I use a roof on mine. I just have it as a convertible. And then here's that custom, and it has a name. It was a man's name or something like that, the customizer. But anyway, there's the custom roof, and the custom roof is used with the lower front windshield. Okay, so we can see that all the parts are here. They're all the same, but it's just a little bit different, and I don't know why that new one's like that. And I'm curious to see Union, if they still went forward with this different front end, or if they used the old original stuff. I don't know. And like I said, I don't know why they changed it, but they did. So let me stick this back in here. I like to keep these things protected as much as possible. I know so many people, that didn't go in there. So many people thought that I was going to choose the 48 Ford for the USAC group build. I would never do that to you guys. That would be like awful. Well, I own probably 75% of them anyway, so wouldn't want to do that to you guys. Here are the tires. Now there's 4 tires in this one. They're bagged up. I don't see the slicks. I don't know if the slicks are still offered in the Testors kit or not. Anyway, all right, so there's the Testors. We'll compare the instructions when we open up the Union now. And now for what I've been waiting on is the Union kit. The Memorials Collection. Union Super Mechanism Plastic Model. Wow, what a name. But right there, it's got the American, got America with American flag over it, and Ford, all the Ford emblems, and for professional, cement not included. This is a super cool model kit. And whoever did their box art cars did a really good job too. These are nice. And it does have a ultra detailed chassis. It is a nice kit. If you want to challenge your skills, go get yourself a 48 Ford Convertible or Coupe. All right, let's see. Here we go. Drum roll. Dun-dun! Well, it's very protected. The body's molded in white instead of tan or whatever this cream color is. And they did continue on. Wow, this thing is really nasty. I guess the molds were nasty. Maybe rusty, almost looks like. Or just could be something that accumulated over time of it just being in this box. But they did, however, continue on with that newer style. You see the difference with the bars. The white one is kind of round. These are nice and crisp and square. And then where the grill fits up in there. And so when that grill, when you place that chrome grill on here, it fits up into there. So I remember on mine, you know what? Be right back. All right, here it is. Here's my 48. So it looks like that, as I recall, the fender portion, this portion was from the maybe a Testors kit or something. I had no idea because I'd bought it in parts. But I hogged out, yes, that is a word, hogged out, to where that chrome would sit back in there. So I took my Dremel or knife or something and I carved it out to be, come on, to be like that. See how it's inset? So the chrome would fit in there. Oops, there went the boot. So I did that on this one. But the chrome, or the bars, or this is all the newer one. But oh, this is just irritating the heck out of me. I bare metal foiled these 3 bars, and then that's the kit chrome. But anyway, yeah, I remember that. So I had to go in there and I looked at the old one and I said, that's how I got to do it. So I just hogged it out. So that chrome, because that chrome has to set back. It's not flush. If you'll notice right here, do you see how that sets back? So anyway, so you have to have a cutout part. Anyway, I just made my cutout part. So if you ever build this kit and you got a newer one, just be ready. You need to notch that out. It does build a beautiful kit. think it's cool. Put it over here out of the way. And let's look at the rest of the Union. What fell? Get the boot off the floor. Let's see, this is in box. This is actually a box, not just a top. Well, it's kind of stuck. There it goes. Alright, let's look at the instructions. I don't think there's anything in there. So Union has its own instructions, mostly in Chinese. And it is not the same. So these, the engine assembly, this one looked like that, and the Union is a lot more parts. So it looks like they may have redone it. So you got a lot more parts. Or did they just reverse it? No, they couldn't have. So this is all one, like a map. It unfolds. Nice and yellow on this page and white on that page. Yeah, so they got some really nice instructions. The Union kit does. They look really nice, very detailed. Gives you the different options. Let's see, where's the 427 right there? But you know, doesn't it have? It's got the 427. Both the IMC and the Testors also have the 427. And it has some pictures of a build. And one thing that I'll show you on these. Oh, I haven't even opened the box yet. I'll show you in a minute. All right. So amazing to me that this stuff just travels through time, and there's no slicks. It's just 4 tires. Excuse me. It just travels through time and remains the same. You know, back in the 60s when this stuff was new, it was on the tree just like this. Then in the 80s or whenever, excuse me, I'd love to see a year. There's some other kits that they had. 1/20th scale. But I don't think I'd see a year, and plus it's in Japanese, so I can't read Japanese. It just travels through time, stays the same molds, and that's the neat stuff that I just eat right up. Is how, although it's packaged different, now these trees are packaged in plastic bags. It's the same exact stuff. Same exact stuff that came from 1965 with a different owner of the molds, and yeah, same stuff. Let's see, I gotta compare. I just can't mix these up because it's white. Let me get one of these engine trees out here. Of course, it's the very bottom one. Get out of there. Come on. They did not. They conserved a lot of space on IMC. Look at that. Now these two pieces, those like fender skirts, are broken off the tree, but they're down in the, yeah, and a few of the other parts. But yeah, look at that. It's exactly the same. I don't know. Maybe that's ridiculous for me to like say that's really cool, but 1965 plastic, possibly the mid-90s plastic, same mold, same thing, man. Same cool car, same hideous building car, but it's the same thing. And now I get to see just how Union packaged it, and it's cool to me because, like I say, all these parts would be tons of these parts would be off the trees for IMC. So they had a person that would be clipping off parts because it wouldn't fit in that little tiny box. Just wouldn't do it. Okay, now what I was going to mention a while ago. Now I'll put all this stuff, just jumbled mess, back together again. So when you build your car, you get, when you build your Testors or IMC or whatever, and I don't see it in this one, but I just saw the darn things. Okay, so here's some chrome strips. See, there's some chrome strip like stickers. They're cut. That's your chrome, and it would have you place it on the body where it needs to be. But and it looks fine from the box art. See that? Looks pretty good, pretty decent. But I wasn't satisfied with that because a chrome sticker just doesn't look that great. So on mine, at least, I took and I laid down round, I think it was round stock actually. I didn't know they made half round, and after I did all the dang sanding. But anyway, I laid down round stock and then sanded it all down. Maybe it was half round. I don't know. Don't remember. But my chrome is actually raised. So it's actually raised, and I bare metal foiled it, and there went the boot again. So yeah, that's one thing that is a little disappointing about this kit, is it doesn't have the raised chrome lines. So I just added them, and I think it looks absolutely factory, or absolutely right. Like right here, a little small one, the ones on the doors. Yeah, such a fun car to build. The doors open. The seats on mine don't tilt forward because I think they broke and I just glued them solid. But I challenge you guys, if you're up for it, you think your skills are there, not that mine are, I'm just saying I had fun doing it. But if you want to challenge your skills, grab yourself an IMC, a Testors, or a Union 1948 Ford and give it a whirl. You'll have fun. It makes a beautiful car, but it is a pain to build. But anyway, I think it's cool. All right, well, hey, I guess I wasted probably about 30 minutes of your time so far with this video, and thanks guys for all you do. So I now know what's in the Union 48 Ford box, and then you guys know what the difference in the 3 different variations is. Not much different, just the way they box it, really. But that is a difference right there. The grill, that's a difference, and I don't know why they did that. Nevertheless, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all you do. If you have not subscribed, and I don't say this very often, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscription button. It helps us a lot. Like the video, probably helps us even more. And don't forget to go check out hobbynutmodels.com. Always linked in the description of the video. If you use the link that's in the description and you go over and you do purchase something, this channel will receive something from Mark, some credit. And if you don't mind, do that. If you do mind, don't do it. Just go to www.hobbynutmodels.com and get yourself something cool. And yeah, anyway, thanks to all my Patreon members, Facebook group. Thank you all. If you're not a member of the Model Car Videos Facebook group, go over there. Linked in the description. All these things that I speak of are always in the description of the video. I think it's 2 questions. Two questions and maybe a agreement. Like, will you be nice? And that's all you got to do. There are so many people that don't answer the darn questions. They just go over and the questions are there laid out and they just don't answer them. And it's like, so what, as the moderators, what do? We like, okay, so are you like a scammer or not? So please, if you go to Model Car Videos Facebook group, answer the darn questions. That's all you got to do. And if you answer them, it'll automatically give you, create your membership or allow you to be a member. But if it doesn't, then one of the moderators has to go in and check it out and make sure you're legit and all this stuff. Just answer the questions. That's all you got to do. All right, guys. Take care. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this. I do. I think these are so cool. I got to dig Daddy's kit out. I didn't call my dad Dad. I called him Daddy. And it just came out right then. That was weird. Because I used to say my dad, my dad, my dad. But I said I got to dig Daddy's kit out. Yep, he was Daddy. Anyway, Daddy's gone, but I still got his 48 Ford and a lot of neat things that he left me. Oh well, good times. We all get old and we're all gonna die. But anyway, have fun, guys. Enjoy this hobby, and hey, we'll see you soon. Take care.